Hello, all my math monkeys. We are here today to talk about two-digit by one-digit multiplication, or where we learned how to break it down Rio style. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to take a two-digit by one-digit number, and we're going to put it up here at the top. So let's start. Easy. Let's start with, let's say 45. Let's do 45 times 4. 45 times 4 is a good place to start. Okay, we're going to start with this top number 45. All numbers have meaning, just like words have meanings and definitions. 45 has a definition. The definition of 45, or the meaning of 45, or the value of 45. 45 really means 4 tens and 5 ones. Well, if we were to write the definition out, that would be 4 tens would equal 40 plus 5 ones would be 5. This is also called expanded form. This is standard form. This is expanded form. We use a lot of standard expanded form in the classroom. It helps us understand the value of each digit. So now we know that 45 really means, or the meaning of 45 is 40 plus 5. Since we're still multiplying, we've still got to move times 4 right over here. So 45 plus 5 times 4, and I'm having to use the mouse today. So what I say now is, I tell my kiddos, okay, look, I see a 0. Zero's right here. Zero's magic. Zero's magic. He's the hero. He can manipulate numbers, make them change their value. So when I say that I see a 0, the kids say, drop it, drop it, drop it low, drop that 0 to the flow. So we bring down the 0, which means he's no longer up here. He's gone. He and the addition sign have moved down here. Now we're going to do regular standard multiplication. 4 times 5 is 20. And since 0 is no longer there, we just have to do 4 times 4. Well, 4 times 4 is 16. But with the magic of the 0, the superhero, 16 with the 0 to the end turns into 160. So in essence, 40 times 4 is 160. Or sometimes I tell my students to look at it this way. Remember that 4 times 4 is 16. Add a 0 to the end makes 16. Change its value to 160. Now we're going to add these two numbers together to get the product of 45 times 4. So 160 plus 20 6 plus 2 is 8. 1. So 45 times 4 is 180. Now I'd like to show you with something else that usually stumbles everybody. So I'm going to erase the screen. And we're going to do a two-digit by one-digit number where the top number actually contains a 0 in the ones place. There are two different ways to do this, but sometimes it's hard to get past the abstract and do it this way. So let's do 50 times 3. Well, in essence, 50 really is 5 tens, which is 50, and 0 ones. Well, we still have to put that there. Even though it's a 0, it's a seat saver or a placeholder. It stays there till another digit comes. So 50 plus 0 is 50 times 3. Now, when I say I see a 0, and the kids say drop it, drop it, drop it low, drop that 0 to the flow, the only 0 that's allowed to come are the ones to the left of the addition symbol. This one stays right there. He's blocked in by this number. So this is the blocker. He says, no, you can't fall to the floor. Only this one can fall to the floor. So this 0 is going to fall to the floor along with the addition symbol. And we're going to get rid of that part. Now, 3 times 0. Well, any number times 0 is always 0. And 3 times 5 is 15. So we have 150 plus 0 is 150. What I try to get the kids to start moving towards so that they can see this is that when the number up top has a 0 in the ones place, or even in the tens place, 5 times 3 is 15. So still 5 times 3 would still be equal to 15. And then we just add a 0 to the end. With the magic and the power of the superhero 0, it changes the value of the number. It changes 5 times 3 to 50 times 3. So that's it for 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication. Practice, practice, practice. And you will soon be awesome, awesome, awesome with it. And it will come so natural to you. Until then, have a great evening, my math monkeys, and I will talk to you next time.